You know, sometimes when you hear people say, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And you never know when that moment's going to be, whether you're driving a car, going to the gym, watching a movie, spending time with your family. You never know when that moment is about to hit you. And you always got to be prepared for it. And as you guys already know, Jerry Ward passed away. And his wife, a beautiful soul. So I'm hoping that I wish the best upon her because I know how hard this must be on her. Um, she released a video this morning giving the official cause of death of Jerry Ward. And there was a lot of people, making videos, and I never made a video on Jerry Ward. And actually, I didn't go on RX Muscle that day to talk about Jerry's passing. It wasn't because I wanted to disrespect him. It's because out of all the people that have died, and a lot of people, and I was friendly with everybody. A lot of the people actually who died, I was friendly with them. This one hit me in a different way. And before I get into how it affected me and the reason why I never made a video, I'm gonna have Erin, who made a video and she posted on his Instagram and her Instagram, say what the cause of death was, and it proves that when it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
I got a call from the medical examiner's office yesterday, and I finally have Jerry's cause of death. And instead of everyone writing articles where everyone thinks that they know how he died, and also, I'm not a doctor, as an article also said, I wanted to give you some facts, because that's how Jerry liked to operate. Yes, he had an opinion, but he also liked to delve into facts. So the fact is, the reason Jerry died is he died of a pulmonary embolism as a result of deep vein thrombosis. No, he did not have any surgeries. No, he was not on any long flights. No, he did not complain of any sort of calf or leg issue. There was nothing there. He was fine before he left on his trip on Tuesday. If something happened during the week, he never mentioned it. I know there are a lot of reports that he didn't feel well. And that's true. He told me he wasn't feeling his best. Most of the time we kind of just figured, he was on a really stressful trip. He was excited. He had 2 clients who were in the show. I didn't expect him to sleep well. I didn't expect him to feel his, 100%. And, he didn't. So it didn't seem that out of whack. So we do know that that rumor is true. He did collapse in his hotel room. It seems to be after he took a shower, before he got into bed, he was standing and he collapsed. And he was found the next morning during a wellness check when he didn't report for his normal duties for the show. But he liked transparency, and he wanted facts, and he wanted people to know what happened. Whether he wanted to tell you or not, he always told you the truth, and that's the truth. So I want to put this to rest. It seemed like he probably had some sort of a heart attack when he first passed. That was the only thing that kind of made sense or came to mind. But we now know it was a PE. And for those of you who know, they tend to be pretty deadly, and they hit like that and you're done. So it brings me a little bit of comfort to know that, he didn't suffer. I know he wasn't feeling his best, but he wasn't suffering. When you don't feel well, it doesn't mean you're suffering.
So now seeing that, he had basically it's a blood clot that you can't control when it's going to happen or when it's going to hit you, and it went to his lung, and he died. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to get into all the specifics on it. But I remember my sister, she went on a plane one time, and on the trip of the plane, she ended up with a blood clot, and she almost died from that blood clot while she was in the plane. And it shows you, you can't control these things in life, and you got to live your life the best you can, and try to be as good as you can to people in life, because you never know when it's your day, and enjoy each day as much as you can, because a lot of us, we take it for granted.
I think one of the most important things that Jerry has taught us over the years is you got to live your life. You can't think the worst, and you can't always plan for things. You just don't know what's going to happen. You have to just follow your own truth, and you have to be who you are, and you have to stand by it, and you have to stand up for yourself. And I hope that even though his death is sudden and he's only 46, and God forbid that happens to anybody, but I think he taught us so much about who we could be and our potential. And I think that he would want his legacy to be just to remind you, do your research, listen to your body. I don't know how he would have predicted this, you guys. You can say whatever you want to. If you think you can predict a PE, good luck with that. And just follow your own path. Don't worry about what other people want you to do.
And Jerry, just from the person that he displayed to all of us for so many years and so many videos, I'm sure he didn't take each day for granted because he went through so much in his life. I mean, he opened up to us on so many different things, personal things, about abuse, about drug addiction, about things that most people would never be open about. And let me tell you, man, there was times that I would watch his videos. This is before I was ever on YouTube, okay? And I would send a link to my girlfriend and I'll say, watch what Jerry had to say. Because sometimes the videos he made put tears in my eyes and it enlightened me on things that I never thought about. And I would send them to my girlfriends. I'm like, listen to what Jerry's saying about this. And I was hoping that it would influence them. And I was saying in the beginning of the video why I never made a video was because before I ever started on YouTube, right? There was like 3 channels I watched. I think it was RX Muscle, Rick Drayson, Louis Marco was one of them for entertainment and things like that. And then Jerry Ward. And the reason why I didn't make a video is because this death touched me in a different way, because the reason why I'm even making videos on YouTube is specifically because of watching Jerry's videos. The way he was open about his experiences in life, how he shared his stories, how he wasn't scared about saying whatever it is he wanted. And he didn't care about being judged by others. He was the biggest influence on me. And I was not best friends with Jerry, but we had a mutual respect for each other and we spoke time to time. And we had planned on meeting up one day, and I know he came to Arizona one day. I wasn't available. Him and his wife went up to Sedona for a wedding. And he was just a genuine, nice guy, good person, and he used his past experiences in life to help everyone. And to me, those are special people in life, and there's not that many of them. And time has passed now where I could actually speak without getting so emotional in it. And I think that, everyone who's made videos though, and I know everyone who's spoken about him, there's not one bad thing you could say about Jerry Ward. And I know he's up in a better place than all of us. He's looking down on us. And I know he's still looking after his beautiful wife, Erin. And he's telling us, like what she said in that video, take each day. You never know when your time is about to come. But take each day, make it the best you can. And don't be scared to admit mistakes. Don't be scared to be open about things that bothered you in life, because sometimes opening up, and he did on the biggest stage than all, in front of all of us, sometimes that's your biggest therapy.
Remember all of the good things. You didn't always have to agree with Jerry, but you had to appreciate the fact that he was so passionate about what he believed in and who he was and what he had been through, and he was never embarrassed about his story. He owned it, and I think that we've all learned a lot from it.